To me, there's three simple questions that are easy to ask, but hard to do. And it really comes down to when you're evaluating a technology. And this goes for a company you want to join, a company you're trying to invest in, or anything. For me, there are three things. The first one is clinical value. Does it deliver clinical value? And we kind of spoke about that earlier, but what is clinical value? It's you getting information that's actually changing your decision making. There's a lot of AI out there and stuff that just doesn't matter. It gives you information, but it doesn't change what it is that you do. So therefore, it didn't add any value. That then is there's actually a study for AJNR that looked at 100 AI algorithms that were cleared by the FDA, and 88% of them, they said, didn't change any clinical decision making. Only 12% actually mattered. So you can see why there's so much noise out there. But I think that first criteria really boils down to, did it change clinical decision making? And that to me is clinical value. The second part of it, though, is the hardest one, and it's the trickiest one, and that's operational value. And what that means is you can't just have this information, but does this information slow you down, or can it take friction out of the system? In other words, with this information, can you go faster or do something faster than you otherwise would have? So many technologies, even if it is better, if it slows the physician down, if it slows the radiologist down and says, yeah, it's great, but now I can only do half the reads that I used to do before, it's just not going to get adopted. So really successful technologies take friction out of the system and help people go faster. The third criteria is really hospital value. Can you look at this and figure out a way that the hospital can actually see a reasonable ROI on it? Whether it's incremental procedures, whether it's a lower length of stay, better transfer rates, or so on and so forth. It should have an impact that matters to that hospital, because we live in a world where hospitals have to purchase things and it has to be cost effective in order for them to adopt it. If you get all three of those criteria, you've got yourself a great technology.